Hello and welcome. This is Tips Tuesday. I'm Brian Kale. I'm with the Center of Professional Coaching. We do career and executive coaching. And the topic for today is who is this guy? And who is this guy? So I'm the guy that I want to talk about a little bit because I thought it'd be good to take a step back. I'm taking my content, my Tips Tuesday, and pushing it out to some different channels, some new channels. The big one is YouTube. So because this is probably going to go out to a little different audience, I wanted to reintroduce myself and talk a little bit about my background and also who these videos are targeted for, who would benefit from watching the videos that I do on a weekly basis. So my name again is Brian Kale, and my company is a Center of Professional Coaching. We do career and executive coaching. My background, and I'll try to keep this short, come from southern Wisconsin originally. I worked in a factory as a machine operator for 3 years to get money to go to college. So it came from kind of a humble middle-class background. I completed a degree in communications. Emphasis was communication theory, and I did that in Madison, Wisconsin, University of Wisconsin-Madison. Then I moved up to the Twin Cities, and that's where I still live, the Twin Cities. When I arrived, I didn't really know anybody. I didn't have any business connections, any important connections, so I really had to eke out a way to make a living and get some business experience. And so I started out a couple corporate jobs here in the Twin Cities. After a few years, I realized that to advance, an MBA degree would have a lot of value. So I put some effort into that, and I completed an MBA at University of St. Thomas while I was working. So I was working full time, and then I also completed my MBA. And short stories, I worked for a number of corporations, worked a long time for U.S. Bank. In fact, I had 2 stints with U.S. Bank. My first corporate job was Ecolab. That was my very first corporate job. But worked for a lot of money institutions and money companies, like the bank, like Ameriprise Financial, like Piper Jaffray, which is a brokerage house. So that's kind of my background. Worked in technology for a long time, not as a programmer, not as a developer, but as a business partner. So I would meet with business teams, business partners, talk about their needs, where they wanted to see improvements, and then create requirements around that, and then interface with a development team that would work on solutions. So real quick, that's kind of what I was doing. I have been doing for probably 15 years, thereabouts, last part of my corporate career. Then in 2014, I felt like I needed a change. I really wanted to make helping people the focus of the work that I did. And so I made a decision to leave U.S. Bank 2014, and I considered what the next step would be in my career. And I wanted to help people, but I wanted to help them in a special way. And I researched a couple ideas. I found that coaching, professional coaching, was the best way that I could help people in the way that I wanted to. So in 2015, I took some training. I took some coaching training. I became certified first as a professional coach, and then immediately after that, certified as a career coach. So that's the lion's share of the work that I've been doing since 2015, and thank God I've had some great success. And it is a competitive field. Coaching is a competitive business, so I'm thankful for that. So that's kind of where I came from and what I'm doing now. I've got 2 branches in the business that I do, which is career coaching, and I also do executive coaching. So people that are interested in improving their leadership skills, time management, emotional intelligence, those are all things that I work with in the executive coaching that I do. So I started doing these videos, these Tips Tuesdays on LinkedIn a couple of years ago. And then just recently, I made a decision to expand this out to other channels, and the big one being YouTube. So search for me on Ascend Pro Coach, ASCEND PROCOACH. That's where you can find these videos on YouTube. Who are these videos for? So that's probably the most important thing to talk about. So anyone that's interested in their career, improving their career, maybe looking at a job change, those would be people that would get benefit from the content that I do. Also executives that want to improve their leadership skills. I'm going to hit on some of those topics as well. And a broader audience would be just useful tips, and this can include some important news like economic news, things that will impact jobs, job outlook, the job market, and so forth. Those are some of the areas that I want to talk about as well going forward. So again, I just wanted to keep this short, but I wanted to reintroduce myself to a larger audience and talk a little bit about my background and what I do. And if you are interested in career and executive coaching, just send me a note. Go to my website, which is ascendprocoach.com. There's a phone number there. Just call that phone number and leave a message. I promise I will get back with you, and we can set up a time for a consultation. I do free consultations all the time. So that's it. That's what I had for today. Hope everyone is having a good week, and hope to talk to you about other topics very soon. Bye-bye.